Well, good evening, and join me this evening on the banks of my local River Ouse. It's actually June the 15th, so we're not actually fishing at the moment. Us silly sods are out and we're set up, and we're going to actually be doing a midnight start. The 16th is tomorrow, so on the strike of midnight we're going to be casting out. I'm joined actually by a special guest today, which is Mr. Fabtray himself, Craig Richards. Craig was on about for a couple of weeks. He wanted to come and do the start, so we've arranged it. The weather don't look too bad. There's a tiny bit of a breeze. Hopefully it'll be all right. So Craig, what do you actually think the venue?
Looks okay, Steve. I mean, you come down last night and you saw plenty of fish about, so
yeah,
hopefully come midnight.
You never know. Yeah, I came down sort of about 8 o'clock, 8:30 last night, and there was a few fish sort of boshing about 70 metres away. So hopefully there might be one or two about. I fished this area last year and it was quite good throughout the season, so fingers crossed we're in the right area. As you can imagine, we're sort of starting in dark. We're going to be fishing the feeder. Normally I'd fish a 12-foot rod, but because it's at night we've got a few pads about. I've actually decided I'm going to fish a 13. My choice, because I don't really know what I'm going to hit. There is some tension here. Is actually Cadence 13-foot number 3. I think Craig's fishing the number 2, so this is the slightly beefed up version. Bigger guides, a bit more beefier through the middle. I've got that paired with a CS8 Cadence reel, 5-pound main line and 6-pound shock leader. And I've got my usual sort of twizzled loop there. And come about 9 o'clock, I'm going to be putting a few of them in. That's a Guru bait up feeder. I'm probably going to put about 8 or 10 of them out there, so get a bit of bait out. Not actually going to put much feed in with the ground bait. More I've put that in as we sort of go. I've got some casters, got some dead maggots, got some sweet corn, got plenty of worms, some nice casters there, and most importantly is the ground bait. It was a bit of a dilemma is what I was going to use, but I've decided on Bait Tech Oman Colt sweet fish meal, mixed 50-50, and I've also got in there a pint of 2mm Bait Tech carp coarse pellets, which are soaked for about 2 hours, so they're all like little sponges, and that just holds the mix together sort of a lot better as well. So I've got 2 bags there. I've also got another 2 bags mixed up, because you don't know what we're going to encounter. It might be a frantic evening, so we can get through a fair amount of bait. Like I say, I'm going to be starting with the bait up feeder, then probably swap to a medium sort of size feeder, put a few casters in with it, a little bit of chopped worm, just to see how the fish respond. But like I say, so we've got plenty to go at. I think Craig's going to go down the sort of same route, ain't you, mate? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got 5 pound. What are you fishing? 5 pound.
5 pound main line. I think I've got an 8 pound shock leader on there.
Yeah, I mean, I started using the shock leader last year, predominantly when I was on the Yare. I sort of suffered a few crack-offs when I was casting out 2.5 ounces, 3 ounces of lead. So sort of 4 5 pound main line, I'll use a 6 pound shock leader, and 6 pound main line, I'll use an 8 pound shock leader. But I've got the 6 pound on. And also as well at night, you want to be punching it out in the same place. If the wind gets up, you know you can cast out without any fear of cracking off. So we've got everything ready to go. We've just had a bacon butty, which
certainly have. It was very nice.
To be fair, was actually quite nice, and it won't be long before the kettle's on. So hopefully we might get 1 or 2 bream, mate. That's the plan.
I think we will.
If it keeps with that little bit of ripple, it's got a nice little bit of movement on it, so it just looks nice. I mean, you think we've had 3 months away from the river. I've been actually, this last week, I mean, I've been messaging Craig and I've been absolutely itching to get back on the bank.
Like a kid at Christmas.
Yeah, it's so, on the stroke of midnight, that feeder's going out, the isotope's going to be on the rod, and hopefully it will bend straight over. Fingers crossed anyway. But if you're out on the bank tonight, stay safe. We're going to be all right, ain't we, mate?
We'll be same, mate.
We're going to get that kettle going now and going to get a brew. So hopefully In the morning, might have 1 or 2 bream to report. Oosh! Well, it's the morning after the night before, and we haven't had any bream, but we've had a few nice skimmers and some hybrids. We're getting a lot of bites now of hybrids in. Can't hit them. Get the odd 1 or 2 fish on corn, dead maggot, worm, pellet. It seems to sort of chop and change. You get a fish, then you miss a few. There's been a few fish about sort of through the night and before we started last night as well, crashing about. There's still 1 or 2 fish crashing about as well, but unfortunately no bream this time. But it's been a nice quiet night, hasn't it, mate?
Yes, it has.
It's just a shame we never had 1 or 2 bream to show. Looks like we've had some nice sort of skimmers, that sort of size. And at the moment what's around is sort of hand size hybrids. I'm just sort of, I've gone on to a 12-foot rod now. I thought I'd have a play around. I'm actually fishing one of the matrix barrel feeders, sort of chop and change in between corn, dead maggot. I've got a Bait Tech Special G gold 6mm hooker pellet. I've had a few hybrids on that, but a lot of the bites are coming real quick as soon as it hits the bottom. And extremely hard to hit. I mean, Craig's even fishing a bigger bait. You're on double worm now, ain't you, mate? Double worm, just to see if there's any bonus fish floating around. But the small hybrids are still massacring that as soon as it hits the bottom as well. And that's how quick the bites come. Notoriously hard to hit, small mouthed little hybrids. Like I say, I've had a few on the 6mm pellet. I thought I'd actually cracked it to start with, because sort of 4 casts had four fish, a couple of net fish as well. But it's been very nice. And rudder back down the bottom there. Nice rudder as well.
Worth catching now, aren't they?
Yep. Still can't get a bite on pellet.
dark throughout the night, isn't it? So you
Yeah.
can imagine with it
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
getting light and that, it's
I
gonna,
mean, when we started, when we put, you know, we'd put that bait in, you'd expected if we were going to catch a bream, we'd have caught one in the first hour. And if we didn't get one then, we'd have got one when that started to get light. So we knew by, what, 4 o'clock that we weren't going to get a bream. Just get a feeling, don't you?
yeah.
You just know. Got him?
Possibly, I don't know. No, maybe not.
Yeah, think
Oh, yeah,
positive.
I've got
Yeah. Oh, double hook up, mate. Double
Oh.
hook up, lot. Nice hybrid. Beautiful fish. Hopefully there'll be a few more of them about this season. Well, there you go. Very hard opening session on the ooze. Hopefully it's going to get a little bit better. It's hybrids, some nice skimmers, that sort of size. So we've had a few fish. We're getting back, pack up, and on the way to home and go to bed. Oosh.